Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. My name is Dan, and I am your host here on Soundbooth Sessions. I'm here at the beautiful Sellersville Theater. It's awfully empty and lonely here without you. We certainly miss you all. We're so glad that you're tuning in here virtually. It's almost like I can feel you, you see. It's quite nice. So this is our, if this is your first time, Soundbooth Sessions is a show that we do twice a week, pretty much every week, that features a concert and conversation with one of our favorite artists. Tonight, I'm sure you tuned in because you're as excited to hear our guest for the evening, Selwyn Birchwood, will be joining me in just a few moments. He is at his home in West Florida, and through the magic of technology and Zoom and Source Connect, which is an audio transfer program similar to Zoom, we are able to bring this show to you live this evening. There's a lot of people already here in the comments. Barb Latour was, I think, confused why she could see me, but the show wasn't happening. But it was just a little pre-show thing that we're doing. My Aunt Nilsa is here. Hi, Aunt Nilsa. You've been at every single show. You said you were a little late because you hit traffic. I certainly understand. I hope it wasn't too dangerous out there for you. Beth from Sellersville is in the house. Beth Bates, where in Sellersville do you live? Don't give me your real address, but... But let us know how close you are. Maybe you can hear the music right down the street. So friends, thank you for joining us this evening. Of course, you got into this evening's performance without having to pay a ticket price, but that does not mean that the show is for free. This evening's performance is brought to you pay what you please. And so if you make your way over to the comment section, which depending on what device you're on is probably somewhere below you. If you're on an iPad or on an iPhone, just kind of tap the screen and it should appear below you. If you're on a desktop, I think it's over on the left and down a little bit, or maybe up. But the event description will have in it a list of links, how you can send contributions to support both Selwyn Birchwood and Sellersville Theater. There's Venmos and there's PayPals for both artist and venue. We'll be splitting this evening's contributions. So thank you in advance for anything that you are able to give. We certainly appreciate that. Of course, if times are tough for you, as they are for many people around the globe right now, we certainly understand. And lucky for you, there are other ways that you can support the show this evening. We hope that you will be active clicking and sharing the emoji that best represents how you are feeling at any particular moment. Some good ones we see a lot of are the hearts. We see the fire emoji. We see the claps are a good one. We see some prayer hands, the Hova hands. Lots of whatever. Take a look down there. There's some good ones. Of course, we also hope that you will comment as much as you can. I will be doing my best to transfer the energy from the comment section through the internet over to Selwyn so that he feels your love and he feels like he's surrounded by a crowd of people. It's been working okay so far. If there's a particularly juicy comment, I hope to share it. But of course, I won't be watching the comment section all along. And so for the times I'm not watching down there, the person who is interacting with you is Allison Faga. So you can say hi to Allie. She's the one down there moderating the comment section, keeping it clean. Down there, folks, you watch out. What else? What else can I tell you about? Hello to Tina Perry. I see you waving. Tina Perry Pastor. Sorry, I know your name is Tina Pastor. I just always see it as Tina Perry Pastor, and I say it wrong. But all right, so this evening's performance is going to be something special. I can't wait for this to happen. I can't wait to hear Selwyn play. I can't wait to chat with him. You have seen him on our stage many, many times. He has a new single off of a new album that's going to be dropping in January. The new single just was released in August, Living in a Burning House. I think we can all relate to that feeling, and I'm sure that we will take a listen and we will watch his new music video, which dropped very recently. He streams every Wednesday at 8 and every Saturday at 8. So when you like what you see tonight, you can catch him again tomorrow night on his Facebook channel. But now, here we go. ladies and gentlemen, pick the emoji that most suits you, and join me in welcoming all the way from Florida. From Philadelphia is what my brain just wanted to say. Philadelphia, all the way from Florida. Please give a warm welcome to Selwyn Birchwood.
What's going on, man? Appreciate you having me on.
Hello. Nice to see you.
Well, I feel like playing some blues, man.
Oh boy, blues is what defines this quarantine, I think.
I hope y'all hear me out there, man. Oh, black man ain't got changing clothes. Fool got drunk, closed that door. Poor black man ain't got no change of clothes. Fool got drunk, closed that door. Gone to Memphis, see the World Fair. Reason I'm going, baby, there. Going to Memphis, see the World Fair. Reason I'm going, baby, there. Look at me. I hope y'all feel me out there, man. I can't see you, but I can hear you. All right, man. Need no heater, fireplace by my bed. The woman I got is every red. Need no heater, fireplace by my bed. Woman I got, Lord, is every red. She hot like fire, baby. Married guy, changing clothes. Fool got drunk, dog. Close that door. Poor black Matty got no changing clothes. Fool got drunk, dog. Close that door.
It's raining hearts. It's hearts and claps in the comment section.
All right. I feel it. I hear it, man. I can't see it. I can hear it, though. All right. You want me to do another one, man?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Do another one,
right.
and then we'll chat. I'll wait to say hello to you until after the next song.
All right, man. I'm going to keep it right down in there, man. Well, it ain't but one thing that will make me sing the blues. I ain't got nobody, baby, showing up. Showing up. Showing up. Showing up. I can't come in. Let me sit down for your door. I leave early in the morning, baby. Showing up, showing up, showing up, showing up. Well, it ain't none my business, but you know it ain't right. I've been getting me all day, baby. Showing up, showing up. Well, it ain't but one thing, no, that will make me sing the blues. I ain't got no bottom, baby. Showing up, showing up, showing up, showing up. Well, it ain't done my business, but you know it ain't right. I've been killing me all day long. Showing up, showing up, showing up, showing up.
Selwyn,
Yeah.
hello, welcome to the show. Thank you for
What's
being
going
here.
on?
How are you,
Thanks
my
for
friend?
having me on. Good night, everybody.
Good night. That's it. That's our show, folks. This is like the highest tech front porch I've ever been to.
I'll tell you.
You're bringing that vibe with you, Selwyn. Tell me,
Oops.
are you barefoot? That's the
Always,
question of
man. No. Actually, I'm always barefoot on stage. When I'm home, I wear shoes.
Is that right?
No. No, barefoot like always, man.
Where did the barefoot thing start?
You know what, man? People ask me that all the time, and I wish I had like a really good story. People will say, "Can you feel the vibrations of the music better?
Is that what
Are
it
you
is?
grounded with the earth, and that allows your soul to breathe?" I'm like,
Well,
yeah, let's go with that.
all of
Because
those
the truth
things.
is, I just don't like shoes, man. Ever since I was a kid, I never liked shoes. And when I was when when I was drinking, which is a way good stories start,
Right.
Jack Daniels decided to kick off my shoes, and the crowd went crazy. And I can't even understand or remember why I kicked my shoes off into the crowd, but the crowd went crazy. So
my
I
gosh.
did it the next night, and it got to the point where I just stopped wearing them at
that's,
all.
That's your gimmick. What's the gnarliest
Yeah.
thing you ever stepped on?
Man, I almost stepped on a scorpion when we were in Missouri. And that really freaked me out. It almost made me want to put some shoes on.
I'll tell you what. There's another band called Crack the Sky, and their organist is a barefooter. But including in the snow, including loading in his gear, he is always barefoot. I'm assuming that you put shoes on.
Blackfoot.
I'm assuming that you wear shoes like in between the gigs. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, great. Well,
that's wild, man. I just feel more comfortable on stage that way.
It's crazy.
Well,
I'll tell you
take
what.
the shoes off and picture the audience naked. You won't get nervous.
There you go. That's right. It's humanizing.
There you go.
Everybody is very happy with what's happening here in the show. Jackie Denoyer loves you. She says we love you. Dawn Holke Slade, keep playing those blues, Selwyn. Bill Slade, damn, this sounds good. We got some sunglass emojis. We got some clapping. everybody's happy. Selwyn, tell me what's going on behind you. Is that a giant tapestry, a woven tapestry of your likeness, of your logo behind you?
Yeah, but I'm actually I'm zooming you, and I apologize that I have to look down here and not at the camera. But
I understand. So your
that's
camera's up here,
limitations.
the screen's down there, right?
Yeah, I'm zooming you from my lair right now, and this is what it looks like in my lair.
I see. Are you under the ocean somewhere in a bunker?
Yeah, man, I'm about 20 miles below ground right now in my safe room.
Well, I'll tell you, at least you're safe. How are you doing down there in Florida? What's the vibe down there? How have you been during these past 6 months of solitary confinement?
I haven't seen the sun in 6 months. I don't know what it's like. All I know is what I see on TV.
Well, are you?
Nah, man, it's crazy. It's a split thing between people that are. I've hardly left the house since March because we had to cancel all the shows, and I've got asthma, so it really worries me to get something that's going to mess with your breathing because I have trouble breathing day to day as it is. So I've just been staying home, taking the time to write and figure out technology. So I figured out how to use a green screen and be able to give you a better backdrop than my wall.
So you could be anywhere you wanted to be right now with the magic of green screen.
It's a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, how are you with the technology? Have you always been tech savvy, or is this an adjustment for you?
Man, in March, I decided I knew this wasn't going to be a short thing, man. They kept saying 2 months at the beginning of this. I'm like, man, this is going to be it for a while. So I've been trying to get ahead of the game and, learn up as much stuff as I can as quickly as I could to try to, get stuff going. Because unfortunately, this is going to be it for a while.
Yeah.
If you're a musician or a touring artist like I am, you're just kind of unemployed for the foreseeable future, and it's a scary kind of messed up thing. But,
well, it seems like you're
at least
adapting.
we have this.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like you're adapting. You've got your 2 live streams that you do.
Man.
You've released a video that I believe you made under these conditions. Is that right?
Yeah, I've got nothing but time, and I watch those lockup shows all the time. Man. They say don't let the time do you. You do the time. Don't let the time do you. And I've really been trying to take this time to learn and to create. And when I get and practice and shed and listen to music, and when I get out of here, I want to be able to be better than when I went in, sort of thing. So that's just that's the only way I can keep my sanity is if I get out of all of this quarantine and isolation and I've grown exponentially, then I'll be like, man, that was awesome. Otherwise, it's just depressing, man. So as long as I'm growing, I'm cool, man.
True. Give me a taste of like what is a practice regimen for someone of your of your chops. Like when you sit down to practice, like what's the thing that the next mountain you're trying to climb?
I try to look at it sort of like working out. So I'm doing exercises to strengthen my left hand, doing exercises to strengthen my picking. And then, so that'll be a certain amount of time. And then I'll have time to just listen.
Okay.
I'll have time to work on just chording. Because I want to be able to play chords. I don't, guitar sounds so cool when you can chord stuff, and I'm trying to learn, just I want to be well-rounded. I want to be able to play, whatever pops in my head, and I want to be able to play musically, and that's what I'm gonna try to shoot for. Well,
I'll tell you what. Would you mind doing a few more songs, and then we'll do some more chatting.
Well, I'm gonna give you one. I might have to bring that up just a fraction. I'm gonna give you one that's on my record that's soon to be released.
New one.
January, man. I sat down one day and I said, man, I'm always smiling when I'm playing, man, because I go to my happy place when I'm playing, And I sat down, I said, man, what does this place sound like, And I sat down with my guitar and I tried to give a sound representation of my happy place, man. I want to take y'all there. Is that okay, y'all?
Yeah.
This is a song on my record called My Happy Place. Brand new, man. Sometimes life just weighs too much and you can't seem to find your strength. Retreat into the sounds where your troubles will melt away. You're lifted above your worries where there's no such thing as pain. Where every vibration seems to smile and know your name. One part melody and one part harmony and a splash of imagination is all it takes to make my happy place. My happy place. My happy place. My happy place. One part melody and one part harmony and a splash of imagination. That's all it takes to make my happy place. My happy place. My happy place. My happy place. One part melody and one part harmony and a splash of imagination. That's all it takes to make my happy place. My happy place, man.
Selwyn, I don't know if you're allowed to be that happy playing the blues.
All right, well, I'll give you one that's a little bit farther down.
Oh, thank goodness.
Well, I'm gonna give you another one that's I'm gonna play another tune that's on the new record, and man, this is a true story. And on the record, I actually have my good friend Diuna Greenleaf, who's an amazing soulful singer, blues and R&B and gospel singer. And because I wrote the song, and it's kind of a dialogue, and the story goes that this young gentleman, I don't know who, brought this girl home, and his mom said, that girl ain't no good for you. She ain't gonna do nothing but hurt you. And you need to go ahead and let that go. And me being, or not me, but the guy being kind of young and pig-headed, didn't want to listen, man.
Mom.
So what had happened was I brought a pretty little girl home to meet the family. I was head over heels, but bumped my head, it seemed. I was too love blind to see all the red flags in front of me. I asked my mama for her blessing. She hung her head low in thought as she stirred the pots. And she said, son, no one has known you longer, loved you more than your mama, and I would never steer you wrong. That girl just ain't no good for you. You should find someone good to you, for it's too late. I fear it won't be long. She don't cook, she don't clean, she don't work, she just leans on every little thing you do. Yeah, listen to your mama when I'm telling you that girl will be the death of you. Well, mama, why can't you understand? Lord, I'm a full-grown man, and I want me a family of my own. I know that she ain't perfect, but she's so damn fine, I think it's worth it. And you know, everybody's got their flaws. So it seemed to me we'll just have to agree to disagree. Mama turned around. She brought a cigarette to her mouth and exhaled her doubts. And she said, son, you don't get to be old by being a fool, and I'm much older than I ever thought I'd be. I'ma pass you some of this wisdom that I've earned along with these wrinkles that you see. Sometimes pretty things is poison, and it's best you leave it alone. Oh, you'll be married to misery, praying to God to bring you home. Filled with pain and tears, why finally caught me a little sense, and I could hear my mama's words as they repeated in my head. You better leave that girl alone. It was with a heavy heart and a deep regret when I finally laid my mama to her rest. I should have listened from the start, 'cause it came from the heart. You know, mama knows best. There ain't no lie.
Oh man, so you married
Yeah,
her?
man.
So you married her.
No, man. Almost common law married, I guess.
Wow. That was something. So that's going to be
Yeah,
on the new
man.
record?
So that's recorded on the new record. The new record's called "Living in a Burning House," and I got some fire behind me too, man.
I see it. I'm
Uh,
imagining the band playing that one. Do you
that
do
one-
that one with the full band?
I do, man. It's a lot easier with the full band because there's a lot of words, and I'm trying to play with my feet drums.
Uh-huh.
And what?
Now, have you played it
Man.
live with the band yet, or was it just the studio recordings?
No, we've done it live with the band. We
Okay.
we, we were playing it every night until this little flu jumping around here.
Yeah. Well, how do you communicate those field changes live? Are they just glued?
The band follows me, and it takes some doing. It's a lot more complicated than it seems when you're trying to play along on stage.
Yeah.
And in the studio, we could. It's impossible to do with the click track, so it's
Right.
like we had to be within eyesight and get it done that way. But it's cool, man. I'm really happy with the way that I'm happy with the way the whole record turned out. But I'm really happy with the way that song turned out. Diuno sang her ass off on it, man. I can't wait for you to hear it,
Oh
man.
yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing it. That sounds fantastic. Well, tell me about this new record. What were you doing with this new record? Like, what was the intention headed into the recording?
Man, my intention is always just trying to, I pride myself on trying to write songs, and this record is actually going to be my fifth record of all original material.
Wow.
And I don't understand these days why people want to try to pigeonhole blues music, and they want to say if you don't sound like this person or that person,
Mm-hmm.
that it's not the blues, it's not okay or whatever. And
Mm.
I tend to disagree with that, man. I think what was cool about guys like B.B. King and Muddy Waters and John Lee Hooker and all of those guys is that they sounded kind of like, B.B. King and Muddy Waters and John Lee Hooker.
Right.
And they told their own story in their own voice and their own way. And I think that's why we connected to it so much, is because they were telling the truth. They were telling their story. And I feel like these days when people want to, play the blues and get up there and sing all the classic blues songs and that's it. And, I've seen enough harmonica players get up there and sing, I was born in Chicago in 1952. And I look
Right.
at them, I'm just kind of like, no,
No, you
no,
weren't.
you weren't. And then say, my first friend went down when I was 17 years old. And I'm like,
No, we
no, he
didn't.
didn't. And it just feels, I'm all for kind of preserving and promoting the history of this music and the history of those songs and stuff. But there's a point, if that's what you're doing, it feels fraudulent, in
Mm.
my opinion. And it also feels almost like stealing, man. You're playing
Mm.
all of their stuff and profiting off of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you paying back into it? You're playing all this stuff, so I don't know. That's just the way I feel about it. I could talk a long time on that. I'm gonna get off
Well,
it.
no, but follow-up question. So then what to you is the essential elements that make it the blues?
Man, I think it's just the feeling. For me, what attracts me in the music is the feeling of it, the storytelling,
Mm.
and the emotion. I feel like it's a vehicle for expressing yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why, at least that's the route that I want to take with it, is to try to use it as a way to, share music with people and find some common ground with people. Because
Mm.
I dig it when you hear a song and you connect to it on that higher level where you're like, man, I know exactly what he's talking about,
Right.
man. And it feels differently, I think, when you hear someone singing their own story and their own stuff that they went through, and then it kind of pulls at those heartstrings and
Yeah.
stuff. And I think it's an amazing thing. But I think that the emotion and just the relatability of it is what brings me to blues music,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Hmm. Now that ability to sort of be authentic and express yourself, is that something that's always come naturally to you? Like, even say like when you were just starting out, like, did you struggle finding a voice there?
um Well, I kind of found that I was doing that the whole time, like even before I was really playing music,
Huh.
I would write a lot.
Okay.
And that was kind of my outlet. I would write stories or write poems and stuff.
Hmm.
And it eventually turned into songwriting. And I've got binders still full of words and stuff from high
Hmm.
school. A lot of it was trash, but it's soothing. It's a way to keep you from climbing the clock tower.
Sure.
And it's what eventually turned into songwriting, and
Right.
yeah, that's what I kind of was doing all along, I think.
We've had a few people on here refer to it as therapy. Uh,
Yeah, man.
writing that stuff out. Now, I don't suppose everything you're writing is autobiographical, right? So how do you bridge the gap between what might be a fictitious story, but also giving it the authenticity and the sort of the reality of your own experience?
Well, I try to pick and choose from kind of what I've gone through, what I've seen other people go through, and sometimes it's just a made up story uh of what I think might be an interesting song.
Right.
But I feel like if there's that human aspect to it, there's still that opportunity to make it real.
Mm.
Like on my first record for Alligator Records, Don't Call No Ambulance, I have a song on it called Falling from the Sky, that a friend of mine actually asked me about. And it's about a bridge down here in Florida called the Skyway Bridge
Mm-hmm.
that when I first moved to West Florida, I was doing gigs south of where I was and having to cross that bridge very frequently, and there would be a lot of traffic some weeks, and there was all these cops at the top of the bridge and whatnot. And come to find out, as I'm cussing through the traffic, getting late to my gig, that Skyway Bridge is notorious for people to drive up to the top if you've had a bad day or a bad week, a
Uh,
bad life, and not drive down, if you know what I mean,
yeah.
and take the elevator.
Yeah.
So when I found that out, man, I was really sad about it, and I was
Mm.
like, man, I kind of try to put my head in those shoes to see what that would feel like to be up there, and that's what I wrote the song about, from that perspective of standing there and contemplating your own fate, sort of thing. And
Yeah.
I haven't jumped from the Skyway Bridge, but when you listen to that song, I feel like it's close enough that you might be able to feel something. And I feel
Yeah.
like good music should make you feel something, whether it's good, bad, happy, sad. I feel like it shouldn't be passive. And I feel like a lot of times, especially the blues music now, it's uh, just kind of words over changes. And I don't feel like music should be passive. I feel like you should be feeling something, experiencing something.
Mm. Agreed. Agreed,
Dig
and
it.
I believe the comment section agrees with you as well, based on the
I dig it.
reaction.
I can't see any comments, man. You said you were going to show the comments on
Oh
there.
no, I'm gonna read them to you. I'll tell you what, Selwyn, if you want to see them, you can look it up on your phone. Actually, you can follow along if you pull up your
You
phone.
said
But
you want to see them, you can look them up yourself.
that's no, I'll read you a few. Eileen Howe back at what song was it? It was the last song you played, "Happy Place." She said it was a lovely tune. When you started that last tune, the conversation, Beth Bates said, "Get down." Bill Slade really
Yeah,
liked the line, "You don't get to be old being a fool." It's a good
that's
one.
right, man.
That's a good one. The one that I wrote down is, "Sometimes pretty things are poison." I like that. And your mama is
That's
always right.
true.
My mother is in the comment section, so hello, mother. Hello, mama. You're always right.
Watch your mouth.
Uh, Kent. Oh, sorry.
You're not going to do all the cussing and carrying on and drinking like you normally do, I guess, tonight.
No, not tonight. No. I'll keep it clean just for tonight. Kent Margierat, sorry, Kent, said he's playing along on drums.
All
Um,
right, man.
all right, now
I can hear it.
tell us about this guitar you're tuning up here, Selwyn.
Oh, man, this is an old K guitar I picked up at a pawn shop while we were traveling, man. When we're going, town to town, if I see a pawn shop, I'm stopping, and I always tell people, like, man, whatever people get from gambling, that sort of rush and excitement, that's what I get from pawn shops,
Oh
man.
my goodness.
A lot less stakes, but I pick up all kinds of cool stuff. So all the guitars that I got actually are these old acoustic guitars I got from pawn shop, and they said, "What are you gonna do with all those acoustic guitars?" And why do you need all those acoustic guitars? And now it's like because this why?
because look at it. Look at it. And we've had many people on here say that they find that songs just fall out of the instrument. Like there's a song in the instrument that just kind of is delivered to you. Have you had that experience?
No, but I want to buy some weed from that guy. Song fell out of the instrument.
Yeah, so like, you don't have that experience when you pick. Well, then why do you buy one guitar over another guitar? Like you got two guitars there in the pawn shop. Are you buying both of them, or how do you pick one?
Just for me personally, just the sound and the feel of it. I agree with, sometimes there's been a couple times you find that guitar that the neck, you just hold it and it's like, man, that just feels right with your hand and stuff. And that happened to me with the dang the red Gibson 345 that I have. That I just picked it up to see. I'd never played one before, and I wanted to mess with the baritone on it and stuff. And I picked it up and put it in my hand, and I said, "Oh, damn!
I gotta buy this guitar.
$2,500. This is terrible. I have to find 20. I have to take this home."
Well, what was the first thing that you played on this guitar when you picked it up in the pawn shop? What did it make your hands want to do? Besides tune it. Whenever
I play these old ones, I like playing that old style blues, man. It's just got that kind of older, gnarly feel to it. I just like playing that kind of older stuff on it.
Yeah, do some more of that.
Yeah, man. Well, let me
That's nice.
I'm gonna do this. This one was a tune that's on my Pick Your Poison record, man. It's a funny thing when you're doing wrong, man. They say you got a devil on your shoulder, man. But what they don't tell you is that if you keep doing wrong, man, you can get a devil on your other shoulder too, man. I had a devil on my shoulder one time telling me all kind of crazy, man. Let me tell you what happened to me, man. Perched on my shoulder, with bad like wings. Perched on my shoulder, with bad like wings. Whispering devilish things. That's right, man. You know what that old devil told me, y'all? I said, you know what that old devil told me, y'all?
What'd it tell you, Selwyn?
She don't love you. She don't love you. How could she love you? She don't love you. She don't love you. No, she never did. No, she never did. No, she never did. No, she never did. Don't tell me no lies. The devil is a liar, man. everybody goes through one thing or another from time to time, man. But this was a trial, y'all. A trial by fire, man. But I'm still alive, man. I survived, man. Trial by fire. Trial by fire. Trial by fire, yo. Trial by fire, but I'm still alive, Lord. I'm still alive, Lord. I'm still alive, Lord. I'm still alive. Get thee behind. Now I tell that old devil, get thee behind. Tell that devil, man, get thee behind. Get thee behind.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
All right.
That's right. Trial by fire, man.
How do you have
But
that
I'm gonna
tune?
give you.
How's that tuned, before you get out of that tuning? What was it?
This one's in that Muddy Waters called it Spanish tuning. So it's an open G, I believe it is.
Spanish tuning.
I never did find out why they call it Spanish tuning, but all the country blues guys seem to call it that.
How about that?
Yeah, one never knows. That's it. This one that's on my new record gonna be out in January, and I know I keep repeating that, but I don't know if people are just tuning in. And I'm excited about it, man. I want you to hear this stuff. Listen, y'all. I stayed out all night and I got drunk, y'all. Oh, then I got laid, yeah. And I got stoned, y'all. I stayed out all night and I got drunk, laid and stoned. I stayed out all night, I got drunk, laid and stoned. My baby hurt me to my soul, she cut me to the bone. Let me tell you what happened, man. Well, it's 9 in the morning and she just walked in, rolling her bloodshot eyes when I asked her where she been. Can't keep a story when I ask what, why, and who. She told so many lies, I'm more surprised by the truth that she was out all night. She got drunk, laid and stoned. You know I know my baby hurt me to my soul. She cut me to the bone. Listen, I was your fool for so long. Finally graduated. Thank God I came to my senses before I got too jaded. Love is a blessing, it should be celebrated, not just another burden to be tolerated. I'm going out all night, gonna get drunk. my soul. She cut me to the bone. Look at her, yo. Gonna get drunk, laid and stoned. My baby hurt me to my soul. She cut me to the bone. My baby hurt me to my soul. She cut me to the bone. My baby hurt me to my soul. She cut me to the bone.
Oh, yes. Very good. Selwyn.
Yeah, man.
I have a lot of family in the audience, so I'm going to say I cannot relate to that song in any way. Selwyn, I want to tell you, you got a lot of love in the comments, a lot of clapping, a lot of thumbs up.
All right.
Let's see. Want to read back a little bit. Jackie Denoyer wants you to know you have a killer smile.
Thank you.
Steve Reef, thank you for your compliment, Steve. I appreciate that. He likes the questions. Victoria, glad your brother is all right. Carolyn Weaver, loved the blues and you, Selwyn.
All right.
And Beth Bates felt that was a nice blues song. I agree. So Selwyn, this new record is sounding pretty good. What
I dig it, man.
What from your perspective is like the major accomplishment? What did you achieve in the recording of this record?
Man, I think we really kind of translated what I wanted to get across with this record. It just about as perfectly as I could have wanted to, translated what was in my head and how I wanted the songs to go onto the actual record, which doesn't always happen that way, especially when you got a lot of hands in the pot.
Yeah.
But man, I actually had Tom Hambridge produce this record, who, if people aren't familiar, that's actually the producer that does all of Buddy Guy's records now.
Oh.
He has produced and does produce pretty much anyone you could think of, from Leonard Skinner to Buddy Guy to, big time freaking producer.
Wow.
And killer songwriter who I happen to befriend and, kind of relate to on that level. And I didn't even know that I knew that he did Buddy Guy's records, but I still am not quite sure just how. I know he's got a bunch of Grammys. But I told him, he kind of started listing off his resume one day, and I kind of told him, I was like, man, I kind of know, but I don't care almost. I was like, man, I just really dig your songwriting and,
wow.
and your approach to music, and that's good enough for me.
What was the collaboration between you and he in the studio? What was he contributing on a session?
It was cool just to have someone that was kind of on the outside rather than me running around and quality controlling everything. I was actually it allowed me the opportunity to have someone in the command station. I've been binging on old Star Trek, so he was Captain Kirk, and I guess I was Spock in the other room.
Uh-huh.
So I was able to concentrate on what I was doing instead of having to worry about everything. And I knew that when he was asking us to do something, it wasn't just because he was trying to tweak something. It was a very educated ear, and it was for a reason. And when, some of the stuff, I was like, okay, I'm not sure why he's asking us to do that. Then you do a take and go back into the control room and listen back. It's like, holy, that.
But so, like, give
great.
us an example of that. Is that like he would suggest that the bass player play a different part, or cut this
There's
section or whatever?
some stuff that he added as far as arrangements to the songs and breaks in the songs.
Okay.
He even added, a couple verses that I'd been stuck on trying to do something, and it's like he damn near instantaneously is like, well, what do you think of this? And it's like, man, that's exactly what I was trying to say,
Right.
and that is the most fluid way that I've ever heard to try to say
Wow.
it. And it's just really cool to be around that sort of a mind that it's like, he might be quiet a lot of the times, but those gears are turning, and he's coming up with different stuff, and the end result is that it's gonna sound better because he's there, and
Right.
it was really a cool
Huh.
experience to be able to work with him, and hopefully be able to do another record with him.
And the musicians, were they musicians that the two of you chose, or was it your touring band? Is it the
We did this record with my actual touring band.
Oh,
So
cool.
what you hear on the record is actually what you hear live, which is what I always kind of strive for. But yeah, man, it was a cool experience to have everyone in on it.
Well, that's fantastic. Let me tell everybody, when you are undoubtedly interested in hearing more of Selwyn's music, make sure you head on over to selwynbirchwood.com, and let me get myself on the screen here, and that's two of me. And make sure that you head on over to selwynbirchwood.com for news of when the new album is going to be released.
That's right,
January. Head on over there, and Selwyn's Facebook page is where he does his weekly live streams. There's one on Wednesday, one on Saturday. Maybe we'll talk about that in a little bit. But also, while you're clicking around the internet, please make sure that you stop on over at the Venmo and the PayPal for Selwyn Birchwood. The links are pinned in a comment. The comment section, I think, is actually diagonal that way, kind of to the left. So you might need to swipe out to the left, and then you can make your way down into the comments section. The very first comment says, "Support Selwyn Birchwood." If you click into that comment, it'll open up, and there's a bunch of links down there. And anything that you contribute tonight will go to support Selwyn and Sellersville Theater, and we thank you very much for that. If you were to see Selwyn on our stage, you'd be paying at least $20. So make sure that you keep that in mind as you head down there. Yeah. So Selwyn, let's actually talk about your live streams for a second, because you've been doing this 2 times a week. That's a lot of content you're coming up with. What do you have that much material to fill 2 nights a week? For how long have you been doing it?
Man, I've got nothing but time. Like I said, I've been trying to learn and get my ears on as much stuff as possible.
Yeah.
And it's been really a cool thing, because since I'm playing acoustic, I've been trying to go back and learn, and a lot of times relearn even songs that I thought I knew. And music is cool when you can go back and listen to a record and it's like you heard it for the first time, because your ears evolve and change, and it's like, man, I missed all this stuff, man.
Who's somebody that jumped out to you recently while you're on that topic?
Man, I've been going back and trying to relearn a ton of R.L. Burnside stuff. The first 2 songs that I did were some R.L. Burnside songs, and man, what did I start with? Poe Black Maddie, and it's like I go back and listen to it now and hear more of it's more of a boogie feel that he was doing on, almost like that John Lee Hooker boogie chillin'. So I was playing it wrong. I was kind of doing it a straight bass and stuff, but it's more of a boogie that chucking kind of. So John Lee Hooker would do them. So, do that kind of boogie kind of feel to it. And I don't know, just stuff like that. It seems little, but it's huge when you put it together. And I don't know, if your ears aren't changing and you aren't picking stuff up like that, then you aren't listening close enough to the record, I think, man.
That's great. Well, and I guess it's, when you go back and listen to the greats, there's always something else to learn from it, right?
Yeah, man.
and you can hear
There's
it.
so much subtlety and nuance, and I feel like that gets lost today. If nothing else, man, guitar players play with so many pedals, it just puts everything on top of it, and you don't get to hear all those little nuances to the touch that those guys had and stuff. And it's just, man, those guys were geniuses, man. The way that people want to kind of tell it, the old blues guys were dumb and can't read, can't write, didn't know anything, and it's like, man, those guys were absolute geniuses with what they did, and especially with what they had to work with. It's just incredible, man. It's awesome.
They were wise. Oh, I got to shout out Bruce Siglauer from Alligator is in the comments.
Who?
I'm
just kidding.
I was gonna say,
what's up, Bruce?
That's the president of Alligator Records. Hello, Bruce. Welcome to the
Bruce
comments.
Siglauer, man. I tell you, Alligator Records has been going off with this new single, man, and it's amazing to work with that team. They are all workaholics, man. Bruce probably the most so, but every single one of them, when I first went and got signed to Alligator and went and met the team up there, those 16 employees do the work of probably 67 employees. It is just crazy, man. So shout out to Alligator Records and Bruce Siglauer, man. B.I. in the house. You never know who's going to be watching, man.
No, he's in there. He says he's proud of you. He's proud that you're on Alligator.
That's right, man.
Well,
I'm proud to be on Alligator too, man.
You want to talk about the single? You want to do that now?
Yeah, man. I got a new single out. Did you know that?
Did I know that?
Yeah, man.
Wait. Which the newer than the other single with the video?
No, the new single "Living in a Burning House" that we have on the Alligator sampler. Since this COVID thing's been going on,
right?
Alligator's had to shelf, I think it's at least 5 records. So what they did, they took a song off of each of them and put it on a sampler, including my title track. And, it's kind of cool. You get a preview of what's going to be coming out in the next few months on Alligator. And, the music doesn't stop, man.
Right.
We keep on going.
Yeah, there's some good stuff on that. I was listening to that mix this afternoon. Man. That's the one that also has Shamika on it.
Shamika, Chris Kane, Elvin Bishop, and Charlie Musselwhite. And
I think Albert Castillo.
My song, and man, I'm missing one.
Well, Bruce, I'll say this where you can hear it too. We're trying to get a hold of Shamika to be on Soundbooth Sessions. I'm saying that now. Calling you out, Shamika Copeland. We're gonna get you. Would you like to play the single now, or should we?
Yeah, man. Do you have the music video queued up?
I do have the music video queued up.
So what had happened was, this music video, I wanted to make a music video for this one pretty much since I wrote the song. I had a bunch of ideas, and because the world stopped, I wasn't able to get a videographer or an editor or anybody to do anything. So I decided to just do it all myself. So I did that entire music video with the laptop that I'm talking to you on, and I did my own camera work with just stands in this room. And it was about 7 days of editing to be able to actually piece that together. So every time you see anything on the screen or anything move, it's because I had to push a button to make it do that.
Do you have any experience with video editing prior to this?
I do now.
You do now. What software are you using over there?
Movavi, I think it's called.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I downloaded it though.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's roll the signal. The single. We'll talk about it after. All right, folks. This is a music video for Selwyn's new single. Enjoy.
I'm smelling smoke, and I know something's burning, but I'm just too scared to look. If I close my eyes and ignore all the warnings, I won't have to know the truth. My heart says leave, but my legs won't let me. I can't bring myself to leave my home, but I'm finding out that there ain't no doubt. I'm living in a burning house, living in a burning house. I'm living in a burning house, living in a burning house. I see a glow, it paints my shadow on the wall, and the flicker makes it dance. The air's grown thicker, I can hardly breathe at all. But all I know is this don't feel like romance, Lord. My heart says leave, but my legs won't let me. I can't bring myself to leave my home, but I'm finding out that there ain't no doubt. I'm living in a burning house, living in a burning house. I'm living in a burning house, living in a burning house. Says leave, but my legs won't let me. I can't bring myself to leave my home, but I'm finding out that there ain't no doubt. I'm living in a burning house, yeah. Living in a burning house, house on fire, living in a burning house. Living in a burning house, I'm burning up.
Oh, very nice video there, Selwyn. And nice song, Living in a Burning House. It's funny, watching that video, it seems that the metaphor there is of a relationship that's crumbling. And yet I was listening to it, I was imagining that you intended it to be the country. That was the burning house, was the country. But you can take it any way you like it.
There you go.
So tell me about making that video. You said you did it, you did it largely on green screen, the same one that you're using, presumably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I spliced that together with I only had like 20 seconds worth of stock footage that I could buy. Because times are tight.
Right.
So I took that 20 seconds and really tried to stretch it and
Sure.
increase the speed on it or decrease the speed to make it longer. And man, it worked. I had enough that I could feel like I could tell the story the way I wanted to. The actual way that I was going to do it was a lot more involved, and I wanted to pretty much tell the story of what people are like on Facebook and how everyone seems to just be BSing now, man. It's, people want to. It's almost like there's different realities that people are living in.
Sure.
So the idea that I had, I wanted to have the perfect couple putting all of their little, I love us and stuff, and they're just dressed flawlessly. And then when
Right.
you go inside their house, the entire inside of the house is on fire. They're yelling at each other and breaking stuff, punching holes in walls, all that type of stuff. And then every time they go back outside, they're just completely well manicured and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of got the point across the best I could, I feel like, in that way. But the actual way that I was going to do it was going to be way more involved, man.
Well, I think it actually it kind of lends itself, I mean, because it's very topical, right? It's these days that DIY aesthetic is very relevant in all of this. So,
Yeah, man.
all right. Well, good luck with the new single. Certainly enjoyed it. How are you
Yeah.
tracking its success?
The record company's giving me updates on it, which is cool. We're getting a ton of airplay on Sirius XM. I know there's a lot of places, indie places, that are playing the crap out of it, which is cool. We actually got a offer for it to be played on, I think it was Amazon and Roku TV. They wanted the rights to the music video to be able to play it on there, which was amazing because I'm
Right.
like, man, I made that, and it's like they want to play it. Like, it's just a really cool thing. So
Yeah.
not having as many wins, I feel like these days. So that those ones feel really good. And on Spotify, they added the song to one of the most listened to playlists in the blues genre. It's
Oh, there
called
you go.
Funky Heavy Bluesy. It's got almost 1 million followers on there,
Right.
and man, they added it to that on there, so that's cool,
Fantastic.
man.
Well, there you go, folks. When you want to hear that song again, you can hear it on Spotify. You can Google it. I believe that video's on YouTube. So there's lots of places where you can hear "Living in a Burning House"
Man.
when you need a fix. All right, Selwyn. What else you got? This is that same guitar you started with. Was this another
Yeah.
pawn shop guitar?
This is another pawn shop guitar, man. It's an old
Oh, it's
Harmony.
pretty.
It's a 1963 Harmony something number. I can't ever keep track of the dang numbers of it, but yeah, man, I liked it, so I bought it. I want to do this one, man.
Let me
What's
just ask
that?
you real quick. Do you set your guitars up so they're easy to play, or do you like to fight them?
No, I try to have stuff as easy as possible.
As easy as possible.
I've got finger and joint and wrist problems and all kind of stuff that you don't want as a guitar player,
I
but
see.
I've been blessed. Yeah, man.
All right, what are you gonna play for us?
Well, I wanted to do this one, man. I
Whoops.
think I've got time for a couple more, so I wanted to just play and share, some stuff from some of my favorite influences, man. And I got into the blues through the Jimi Hendrix portal, and I was never one of the people that wanted to play like Jimi Hendrix, but I was just really amazed and intrigued by his creativity and his songwriting. And from there, I found out that he listened to a lot of Buddy Guy and idolized Buddy Guy, and he was coming in town the same week, it seemed like. So I went to go see Buddy Guy live when I was 17, and I had no idea what I was in for, and I was just blown away by what I saw on the stage. And I said, whatever that is, that's what I want to do, and I started playing music from there. But man, Hendrix wrote this song that I thought just was so beautiful, and I wanted to share it. So I feel like music is for sharing, man. So I want to share this one with you. It's called Angel. The angel come down from heaven yesterday. She stayed with me just long enough to rescue me. Yeah, she told me a story yesterday about the sweet love between the moon and the deep blue sea. And then she spread her wings high over me, and she took me high over yonder. And I said, fly, oh my sweet angel, fly on through the sky, fly on my sweet angel, forever I will be by your side. Sure enough, this woman came home to me, silver wing silhouette against the child's sunrise. Yeah, my angel, she said unto me, today is the day for you to rise. Take my hand, you're gonna be my man, and you're gonna rise. Yeah, she took me high over yonder. And I said, fly, oh my sweet angel, fly on through the sky, fly on my sweet angel, forever I will be by your side.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful song.
I
Selwyn,
dig that one.
I want to thank you very much for being here with us, man. This has been
Yeah, man, I appreciate you having me on.
an absolute treat having you. You know, the people at home are definitely enjoying this show, but for me, it's just this little one-on-one. It's been very intimate and and lovely. So thank you.
Yeah, man. Well, I do it twice a week, man. If you want to keep up with me during the quarantine,
Yep.
I do Wednesday nights. I've got a live stream from my page. It's called The Blues Shadow, which is acoustic music like this, as well as, cocaine puppets and weed smoking monkeys and trash talking dinosaurs.
Uh-huh.
It sounds made up, doesn't it? It's true. I got the puppets here, man. But then I've got on Saturday nights, I call it, because that one's just my shadow. I came up with the concept of just using my shadow on a wall because all of this live stream stuff makes me so damn uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I didn't like it, so I just did it with the shadow, but people said they wanted to do the, normal thing. So on Saturdays, I've got a live stream. I call it Doing It with the Lights On. And I do it, kind of more of a, I don't know, traditional live stream, I guess.
That's right. From the, what was it, the surreal to the sublime, or the ridiculous to the sublime?
I don't know, man.
I don't know either. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. How are you going to take us out of here, man? This has been a real treat, and thank you so much.
Bring out my other one. I got one more for you.
Another one.
One more guitar and one more song.
Is that another pawn shop guitar?
You know it is, man. I don't spend money. I get deals.
Wow. What are some of the other non-instruments that you found in a pawn shop that tickled your fancy?
Some non-instruments?
Non-instruments. What are the tchotchkes?
Got this Stetson hat the other week.
Okay.
For cheap. That was cool. You know,
You do any?
I'm always in there looking for instruments, man, so it's hard to tell.
Are you a record collector?
Man, my record player broke some years back, and I hadn't been able to get another one since.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in I've got neighbors and stuff, man, so I can't hook it up.
Right.
Like I have these old 70s speakers that sound amazing that I used to have hooked up to my record player. It'd feel like, Muddy Waters is sitting in your living room playing, and I can't plug any of that stuff in, man. It's not the same on headphones.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
But I wanted to do this, man. So Jimi Hendrix led me back to Buddy Guy, and that led me to all the rest of the guys, and including Robert Johnson. So I wanted to do this Robert Johnson tune here, man. Might as well go all the way back, man. Go back to where Robert Johnson made his deal at those crossroads, man. So I always dig listening to all kinds of music, and I'm not one of those people that wants to pigeonhole the blues, man. But I do think that it should be respected and it should be learned, man. I get sick of hearing rock and roll and have to sit around and pretend like it has anything to do with the blues, you know? 'Cause I like that kind of stuff that sounds like this, man. Mm-hmm. 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 You better come on in my kitchen. It's going to be raining outdoors. I know the woman stole a man, best friend. Some joker got lucky, stole her bag again. You better come on in my kitchen. It's going to be raining outdoors. Well, I know she gone. I know she won't come back. I took her last nickel out her nation say, you better come on in my kitchen. It's going to be raining outdoors. Hear that wind blow. You better come on in my kitchen. It's going to be raining outdoors. Little moan for you, man. Mm-hmm. 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 You better come on in my kitchen. It's going to be raining outdoors.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Got
Very
it, man.
nice. Well, thank you very much, Selwyn. That is our show, folks. Thank you to Selwyn
Yeah.
Birchwood. Thank you to you folks in the comments section. Jim Ittenbach was digging it. Nice message. That was actually back at Living in a Burning House. Beth Bates, that's one of her favorite Hendrix songs too. Jay Pearson
Yeah,
says,
man.
"Play it, Selwyn." Everybody had a good night. So thank you, folks. Please make sure that you stop by the Venmo and the PayPal for Selwyn Birchwood. Show your support. Be as generous as you can. And thank you for all of your clicks. Thank you for all of your comments. This has been a wonderful show. Remember that Selwyn streams every Wednesday with his wacky show with the puppets, and of course a ton of great music as well. And on tomorrow night, Saturdays, he does his more traditional show. And of course, we'll be here on Soundbooth Sessions tomorrow, Saturday, the 5th, with a tremendous act from Philly. They're called Great Time. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a tremendous show. I can't wait. They'll be here on our stage. And then, of course, every Saturday for the foreseeable future, and as many Fridays as we can squeeze in there. So thank you very much for joining me. Thank you to Allison Faga, who has been moderating the comments section. Thank you to Mark Register, who helps me prep for these shows. And thank you for tuning in. We hope to see you next week. Have a good one. Bye-bye.